Senator Rand Paul, Republican from Kentucky, was met with protesters early Friday while walking with his wife from the White House following President Trump's closed speech at the Republican National Convention. I should have said closing speech. He gave the last speech of the night. Just got attacked by an angry mob of over 100, one block away from the White House, Paul tweeted, while thanking the D.C. Metropolitan Police Department for literally saving our lives. Video uploaded to Twitter by a bystander showed Paul and his wife, Kelly Paul, being escorted by police through a crowd of protesters following the events of at the White House. Some officers can be heard shouting "Move back" at the crowd of protesters as they chanted for the senator to say her name, a common refrain from demonstrators regarding the police killing of Breonna Taylor in Paul's home state of Kentucky. During an appearance on Fox and Friends, Paul said that he and his wife were unharmed, but said protesters were threatening to kill them. They were yelling threats. They were trying to push the police over to get to me. They were grabbing at us. When asked by host Steve Doocy, who cares about that clown's name, to elaborate on the alleged threats, Paul said protesters threatened to F you up and kill you. I truly believe this with every fiber of my being. Had they gotten at us, they would have gotten us to the ground. We might not have been killed. We might just have been injured by being kicked in the head or kicked in the stomach until we were senseless, Paul elaborated. Paul noted that he was the senator who introduced the Justice for Breonna Taylor Act, which would prohibit federal law enforcement from carrying out a warrant until after the officer provides notice of his or her authority and purpose. The irony is lost on these idiots. They're trying to kill the person who's actually trying to get rid of no-knock raids, Paul said. The senator also claimed that the protesters possibly came from out of state and were paid to be anarchists. Oh, here we go with that. So listen, I'm a person who leans left, but I like Rand Paul on international issues, and then also he's decent on a lot of the criminal justice stuff. Like, I know he's talked about how stupid the war on drugs were. So that's why it's really ironic that someone who, as he mentioned, would be on their side with relation to criminal justice issues would be attacked, in this manner. And again, he said that they didn't actually do anything to him physically, but by all accounts, they were planning on doing something. And my thing is with protests has always been, if the people are just demonstrating to address an issue, like when they were talking about Taylor, that by itself is not problematic. It's when you start saying, I'm going to just do this to you and do that, that it becomes an issue. And there are certain, there are nuances to the issue. So if you say, I'm going to make sure you don't get reelected, or I'm going to vote you out, then that's different from what is being alleged of them. So I'm just glad him and his wife were able to get out of being attacked by these rabid animals. I wish people would learn to protest without trying to assault or threaten the people that you want to enact change.